And now, live from the 85631 studios, filmed in front of a live studio audience, let the freak speak. And now, your hosts, Nick and Nathaniel. How's it going, everybody?
That was intro practice one. How's everyone doing?
Yeah,
Did you like it?
Yeah, we hope you like that really enthralling introduction.
Imagine Aliens.
Imagine Aliens is the band. Imagine Aliens is the band that did that song for us. So we just quick shouts out to Imagine Aliens.
Imagine Aliens.
Yeah, they've got such hits like Super Alien.
Imagine Dragons.
No, a lot of people argue that Imagine Dragons actually ripped off Imagine. What was that?
Aliens.
Aliens. Yeah. So.
Do you not believe?
Yeah. Do I imagine aliens? Is that what you're asking me? Well, let's ask our guest tonight. Let's look at our guest today. Because as you know, it is the Let the Freak Speak way to not give our guests a microphone. So now we're going to look at our guest, the vocalist of Imagine Aliens, and we're going to get his confirmation. He says yes. He says Imagine Dragons ripped off Imagine Aliens. But for some reason, Imagine Dragons has a lot higher success and they're more well-known than Imagine Aliens. But, hey, they'll get there someday. Now, get them out of here.
Get them out of here.
All right. As you know, we're filmed in front of a live studio audience.
But today, a live studio saloon. That's right, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and German?
Ladies and Germans. I would like to say we're in a saloon.
Yep. We're drinking...
Fort Loggers.
We're at Fort Loggers. We're drinking loggers at Fort Loggers.
Well, right
today.
now we're anywhere, but we're definitely in a saloon.
Where do you want to see us, America? Because tell our president where you want to see the freaks speak, and he will probably not listen to you. Tweet him. That's all. That's all.
Put those tweets out there.
Yeah, tweet who you want to be president to the president and see if he can do that for you.
Let the Freak Speak does not have a Twitter.
Let the Freak Speak is not a politically based podcast.
That's very true. But you know what? We could talk about politics.
I don't know shit about politics, really. So.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, okay.
America.
Okay, I'll get. You can be the wise eye of politics, and I'll be the ignorant American.
Okay.
Let's hear something. Say something about America. Let's get it started. Say something about politics, and then I'll. Come on, stop shaking like you're shitting your pants.
You know,
I don't know.
I would have voted for Nixon.
I bet you would have. And then
you know why?
And then you'd be very let down.
And I'd be like, none of my hippie friends know they voted for this. I'm part of the cause.
You're still like, peace, love. I'm not a crook. How could I be a crook? I'm smoking grass. And then your president would arrest you, and you'd be like, because you know Nixon. There's rumors that Nixon
slept with your
would
wife.
walk around the street dressed as a police officer and just beat up hippies.
Like,
you piece of shit.
Like.
What is it? The bottom of the barrel?
The bottom of the barrel.
For those of you who don't know what we're talking about a barrel. Nick wheeled a whole barrel of honey into this, into the studio.
With my bare
hands. Studio. So we set up
one hand, actually.
Our studio in the middle of a saloon. We are still soundproof.
One hand above my head.
Let the Freak Speak is pretty much filmed in front of in a sound booth in front of a live studio audience.
Humans.
But everybody here is now drinking Fort Loggers and stuff like that.
I'm like Donkey Kong with these barrels.
Yeah, Nick's throwing barrels of terpy honey.
You can't hear them because they're hitting like a very soft pillow.
But don't let him fool you.
I have a giant pillow.
Don't let him fool you. All those barrels are empty, and they are not full of the terpy honey that he wishes they were.
What do you think the kid's going to think of you when you get older?
What are my kids going to think of me when I get older?
Yeah. You think they're going to be like, Dad's not crazy. Let's take care of Dad. Or are they going to be like, let's not take care of Dad. They put you in a halfway home.
I fucking hope not.
They don't even pay for your retirement home.
Well, hopefully my fucking career could pay for my retirement home. And if not, then fuck, what was I doing with my goddamn life? Like, come on, kids. I thought you guys were supposed to motivate me to get my life together. What the fuck? Why am I still a piece of shit? This is your fault. This is your fault that I'm still a piece of shit.
And you know what?
Kids. Why did I have you?
Old people are like teenagers, It's not that easy for them to have a job.
And it's not that easy for them to have kids either.
Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine that you're a fucking you're a fresh 75 and
off the streets
and you get
widowed,
gifted with your grandchildren to raise like they're your kids.
You just spent all your retirement money at the
how
casino.
much of a piece of shit you have to be to get raised by someone else that your parents didn't want you.
Oh my god, dude! Imagine if you always wanted children, but your children never wanted you.
They're like, they ran away all the time.
No, or you get old and they don't take care of you.
They're just like, I never really kind of. I mean, that person.
I never really kind of connected with the guy.
I mean, he was cool, and then I turned 18, and I
mean, my mom would make breakfast.
I mean, that was pretty cool. And they took care of me until I was about 18, and then I kind of just left. I could legally just leave without them saying no, and I did it.
But that doesn't sound like they hate them.
I never came back.
I'm talking about someone who actually, hated their parents, but not through abuse or anything. They just hate.
But just imagine that. No, but wouldn't that be worse? As if just I
don't want to deal with this.
Just imagine your kids just I just can't stand you. You're like a fake person. That's why I left.
Oh my god!
Imagine
he's like you're part of the sheeple.
Just you're not.
Imagine aliens, dude.
You're not the kind. You're not the kind.
Imagine,
You're not the kind of parents that I respect. I mean, I respect you for raising me. Cool. Thank you for the time and consideration. But you guys are just phony people, and I don't like you. And I just
phony people.
You guys aren't just. You guys are just people I can't see myself being related to ever.
You know what? I hope there was a kid who got away from his parents and said exactly what you said. It sounded very respectful and honest,
but so painful, right? Just
Nah, I don't imagine this person crying.
You could no, like the parents. Oh, okay. Imagine being a parent and your kid's being very kind about it, but telling you that he fucking hates you.
I don't think you're cool anymore.
I never thought you were cool.
I remember that one time.
I remember you always you thought your cooking at the barbecue was the best, Dad. Can I call you Greg now? Greg. That cooking was fucking terrible. Terrible fucking shit. Greg? I know you want to be called Dad, whatever.
Daddy-o.
But hey, I'm 18 now. You're literally just sperm giver.
I don't love you anymore. I don't love you anymore, Dad. I left my girlfriend.
For you. What?
Dad.
Okay, that took a twisted turn.
Whoa, Dad.
Whoa, Nelly.
Dad, who's your girlfriend? You're married to Mom.
Daddy. Why did you do this to me, Daddy?
What happened?
You know that My Chemical Romance song is just Daddy, I was a young boy. Black Parade.
Black
Daddy,
Sabbath.
Chemical Romance.
My Chemical Romance is the Black Sabbath of yesteryear.
Oh, yesteryear, huh?
Tomorrowland in Black Sabbath world.
Slayerland.
Disney with Black Sabbath tatted on you.
Believe it or not, Disney owns all the rights to Black Sabbath.
Imagine if you got a Disney tattoo and Disney owned you.
Property of Disney.
Property of the devil.
What if you got a foot?
Disney, don't sponsor us.
Disney.
They sponsor us.
Imagine, though.
We never found these Imagine Aliens topics that they were talking about.
Imagine Aliens becomes like this like Disney boy band, and we're the people that have to like we're the faces of Imagine Aliens.
Ew, dude.
You're like this. You're like the keyboardist, but we don't like people make our music for us. And we're just the people.
So
that,
I'm
that
what's his name? The Doors.
Ray Manzarek. You know, like that one Doors song. It was like, yeah, that one. It was like I think it was called like Courtney Love Did It.
Courtney Love.
Are you stuffing her into a sack?
No, I'm stuffing a turkey in her mouth.
I like it.
Oh, okay.
What?
Go. Sponsor the Clippers.
Go gadget. Go gadget. Shotgun.
Go gadget, make me happy.
Go gadget. Depression pills.
You have an endless supply of pills.
Go gadget.
What's his name?
Rectal stash.
Rectal stash.
Go gadget. Spoon and needle. Go gadget. Belt around the arm. Go gadget.
Go gadget.
Go. That's the go good stuff. Oh, what if What if?
Imagine
Professor
being
Gadget, is that his name?
Imagine being
Or Detective Gadget?
owning
Dr. Gadget? What was his name?
Inspector Gadget.
Inspector. What?
Yeah.
What is that even? What is he?
He was a detective. He solved cases.
So he's a detective.
Go Gadget skis.
Go Gadget prostitutes.
Prostitute cleaner. Prostitutes just like
It's just guns. It's just laser. It vaporizes them.
A sex doll comes out of it and it's rubber.
Nice. But people are paying to fuck it still.
No, he's paying to fuck it.
Why is he paying money for something that came out of him? And isn't it like he's fucking himself at that point?
Yeah. He's into it.
I hope.
Inspector Gadget dildo launcher.
Go. Anal plug. Gadget.
I want to get into a good college, man.
You want to get into a good college? Hey, well, put on your resume that you did radio. Even though we weren't on radio, we were
Video killed the radio hacky sack champion.
Video killed the Radiohead. Video killed Radiohead.
So, like, imagine being. I can imagine
Dragons,
myself being
Imagine aliens.
a disco owner, and
Like
the
day?
mid '70s, and then like doing
what?
heroin in the middle of my dance floor with the disco ball.
So you would be a fucking
junkie.
somewhere. It would have to be somewhere where it was.
I'd be like, I'm filthy fucking rich,
So
Rick Daniel.
It would more than likely be in a mostly Mexican neighborhood.
What? In a disco.
Yeah,
My disco.
Yeah, your disco would be probably.
No, dude.
This is the 70s, bro.
Dude, my disco's anywhere where it's popping.
So what? You're throwing like a disco on the road?
I'm throwing disco at the.
So it would be like Nick Valens.
The chill in.
Nick Valens
Little
disco
Inn.
tour.
Little Inn. That's what we call it. Little Inn.
Little Annie?
Little
Little Annie?
Little Annie.
Oh, dude, I heard somewhere that the guy that played Jar Jar Binks was like,
He owned a disco?
no, he's trying to kill himself.
No, he isn't. Dude, don't say shit like that. That's not cool.
I heard that somewhere.
What, dude?
Yeah.
Get your facts straight. Fake news, probably.
Probably not.
Who won?
Who
Who won?
Jar Jar didn't.
Jar Jar didn't.
Jar Jar
Who
is
won?
the Sith Lord.
Sith won. Even in these new movies, why the Sith winning?
The Sith.
Nathaniel, tell us why the Sith are winning. What's your diagnostic?
My diagnostic or my diagnosis?
Your prostate.
What about my prostate? You fuck
Star Wars.
my Star Wars prostate.
Star Wars.
Okay, let me tell you a little bit about that. Fuck you first off.
Too personal.
First off, fuck your
understand.
clique and your clan, your claims, whatever.
I claim
or whatever little Yeezy said.
I claim you hide ice cream from your wife. I claim that you don't go to work. I claim that you actually drink your own pee. I claim that you let your cats outside, and if they come back, good for them. Amara's not mad another day,
Hey.
I claim a lot of things. I have a blog on what I claim about you.
Yeah, Nick.
I don't claim you were at 9/11 though. You were too young.
The nickpages.org. If you go
.gov actually, I'm sponsored by
Nick actually
the government.
Nick actually got on the government level.
The government.
If you
I am actually classified as an A1 class 1 spy for
I doubt it. Don't say that kind of shit. We're gonna be fucking swarmed right now. The studio, the saloon is gonna get swarmed by a bunch of federales because we're somewhere where there's a bunch of Hispanos. We're Mexican, so it's cool. We can say this kind of shit to everybody out there listening. Lopez and Valenzuela, with
Valenzuela.
I got a Nicholas Andrew Valenzuela.
Who cares, dude? I wouldn't want to be a Lopez anyway. I'm proud to be a Valenzuela.
Well, that's not the fucking point, you fucking
name a Lopez.
idiot.
Name a Lopez anywhere. What? Jessica Lopez? Nicholas Cage Lopez? Danny Franco Lopez? Who's Danny Franco?
Who the fuck is Danny Franco?
I don't know, dude.
Danny Zuko?
He's the vestigial twin of
Prince Zuko?
Prince Zuko. Prince Zuko.
Okay.
Danny Franco.
I see what you did there. You
I
silly
fucking
bottom. Okay.
got headaches, dude.
Yeah, from what?
Being the Hulk.
What are you, Hulk Hogan? Hulk Hogan is actually the owner of this station.
He's the owner of this saloon.
Yeah, we're in the Hulk Hogan
right
saloon.
next to his used car parking lot, dealership.
Yeah.
Used car parking lot dealership.
Yeah, he parks all his used cars there, and then if people want to buy them, he'll sell them to them.
He's willing to sell them.
For a great low rate that you can't get online, go to Hulk Hogan's saloon and used car parking lot and save some fucking lives. Because more than likely someone's going to get shot and we're going to get pulled off the air.
And let me tell you, not a cop has checked this neighborhood in
all right, so we're
past month.
We're gonna take a second and we're gonna turn to the phones. We should have some callers coming in. Let's see. We're trying to raise some money for something of a charity.
Okay.
And
we got our first caller on the phone. Let's hear it. Let's hear.
Actually, we haven't been getting any calls. Okay, we have not been getting any calls. So that's that. I guess no one wants to support this charity of some sort.
Everyone
whatever,
lies.
you fucking dicks.
Everyone lies.
So let's just let's get on.
Maybe
with
the
it.
joke's on us.
Maybe the joke's over. To anyone who doesn't get that joke, I guess you're just not smart. What's going on here? Nothing because you don't get it. Inside jokes are the best for people that don't get them.
Dude, that's not even an inside joke.
Go to InsideJoke.com and
.gov.
you can start a friendship with some random person online, and then you can build your own inside jokes. And those inside jokes you can say around anybody, and no one will understand it. And you'll
but your
seem
friend
cool.
will, because he also got the daily post of your inside joke.
Exactly. And whenever you're in public and you say that inside joke, people are like, what does that even mean? Or what's that from? And be like, oh, you wouldn't get it. It's an inside joke.
And, being people, they'll automatically understand.
InsideJoke.com, revolutionary, saved my life. I know I was a loser because I didn't have any friends. And I felt outcasted, not knowing any inside jokes.
My parents
and now
abandoned me.
I have inside jokes, and Nick has abandonment issues. But hey, that's a different story for a different time. That sounds like someone I know.
Yeah, I live with my foster parents still.
Yeah, he lives with his foster grandma.
They have all kinds of kids. They're like, no, you can stay here as long as you want. So I'm the big brother. I'm the cool
You've
guy.
become the big brother to all the little orphan kids. And they're like, when I grow up, I want to be like you, Nick. You're like, yeah, you sure do. And then you fucking jump on the top of your bunk bed.
With my guitar.
Yeah, it's like out of tune, super dusty. Because you only pick it up when everybody comes into your room so you can see him cool.
The kid gets smacked.
You just beating up orphan kids now, or what?
Orphans are regular kids too, you know.
That's true. If anything, orphan kids are probably tough. Some orphan kids should be tougher than regular kids.
Orphan kids,
because they've got the hardness of no love.
You know what? A slogan, for life.
Let the orphans speak.
Let the orphans speak. Buy orphans. Buy orphans. Hashtag buy new orphan.
So, I mean, if your parents die...
Yeah, you're an orphan.
So my parents are orphans because their parents are dead?
No. It's like a childhood abandonment type of thing.
So you have to be a child to be an orphan?
Like, let's say before you're adult, like...
Yeah, your parents
like,
died.
hey, how old is too old for you? Like 15? Like, you think you can live by yourself at 15 or 16?
I mean, you're still going to be
20 million.
I guess 18 because
I'm 40 and I'm an orphan.
My parents died. Who's going to pay for my Xbox Live bill? Who's going to... My mom always used to give me cheeseburgers from the Burgtown, USA, and now she's dead. And who's going to wash my socks? I know I come in them so much, but she would turn her head. She would just pretend I didn't. My parents are dead. I ran them out. They wanted to die. They hate me. Ever since I pushed 300 pounds, what the fuck's going on?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, we got a
40-year-old orphan. There you go. There you go, Seth Rogen. The 40-year-old or Judd Apatow, whoever the fuck. The 40-year-old orphan. There you go.
That.
New movie.
You just been freaked.
Yeah. You just got freaked.
There's an idea.
Oh, goodness. If we had this kind of energy to do something useful for society, besides like kill time.
Apparently we're done for in 2050, 2030.
Yeah, that's what I... 30, dude? Damn, we're not going to...
Something like that. But
we're never going to make it big, bro.
How you think... You know what? We'd have to make it big now. And then while people forget our books, they'll be the only books.
Maybe we should just publish books and then stash them in places.
That's what I'm thinking.
For the next...
You put them all in libraries throughout your time of living.
Yeah. Yeah, that kind of... Whenever I read that, I hope... I really hope that fucking everybody decides to get their shit together and we could fucking... And I hope maybe...
We could conquer this problem.
Yeah, hopefully that, maybe it's off by at least 100 years. Yeah. Because then, like, thank God I can live my lifespan. Fucking sorry for the kids I have. Fucking
your kids.
Bummer.
Well, dude, if we go through the scarcity of clean water and food and like oil and stuff like that, but like food and water the most,
yeah,
we're probably gonna go into martial law, dude. But I don't believe like bombs will be dropped. I literally think it'll just be like, unless countries start fighting over the scarcity, then I would have a big problem with this.
Yeah, that's what I feel like. It will probably get to that point where like people start getting worried, and there's gonna be riots. Like crazy riots, more than likely.
Yeah.
Because, scarcity of shit. It's going to become...
It's very
You're
scary.
right. Martial law will definitely take hold. And then it's going to be just like we're living in these tiny... And then,
people will go out to be killing people. Everyone's going to go into territory, dude.
Exactly.
And like, the government's going to kill... the people because they're trying to get supplies from even the people
exactly,
themselves,
and it's going to be like, well, here's the government, and then you've got people that are just not living.
They're martial law. They're
like,
martial law, dude.
You've got people that are living under the government still because of martial law, and then you've got the people that are revolting against it by like running away and like making camps and stuff like that, new communities. New fucking religions. It's gonna be fucking crazy if that's how it goes.
Yeah.
And what do you think it's gonna be? Do you think the ocean's gonna dry up?
Do
you think we're gonna flood? What?
It's gonna literally be like people gonna die. Like people. It's gonna go through a scarcity where it's gonna be like you're gonna be waiting for the rain, dude. You're gonna be hoping it rains so you can have some water. You're gonna there's not gonna be as much animals because they're dying because there's no food. It's gonna a lot of people are just gonna just die from starvation.
So what do you think? Do you think the world's going to just dry out in like that sense?
Not completely dry out, but a lot of. I just think
We're
it's gonna be
get like very.
or us as organisms, we're just gonna die.
So we're not going to become a raisin, but we're going to become like a grape that's just really soggy.
Yeah, not all the humans are gonna die, but a lot of us are gonna die.
Yeah, there's gonna. Well, of course, that's in a way that's kind of what the Earth has to do.
It's gonna have to do it.
Fucking, and it will do. It's gonna do it somehow by being like revolting somehow. The Earth kind of does that, and then given time, hopefully, unless we destroy this Earth bad enough to the point where it never regenerates.
It's gonna go through a lot of like storms and stuff because of just the high temperature and humidities and everything that's gonna go around.
Imagine how Arizona's gonna become, dude. Fucking. It's super dry, but do you think people will start to like slowly adapt to like higher temperatures?
Oh yeah, people are gonna go wherever.
Imagine that like kids of the future have like a tolerance to 150-degree weather, and these older people are just like, we have to wear like kind of special clothing. I
would imagine us going towards the mountains.
Oh, well, naturally, yeah, that's where you'd want to go.
Yeah, I feel like
elevation.
I feel like we'd stay away from. But then again, dude, imagine, if that's something like that happens, then imagine if the dams started breaking.
So
wouldn't like a lot of like Arizona get wiped out?
I don't know.
Wouldn't it because of, it's all washes and stuff.
Yeah, if a bunch of dams, like if we started getting flooding problems, we'd be fucked because we'd be
dams breaking.
Well, we're pretty much like in a bowl around these areas, and especially Oracle and San Manuel, those areas, that shit's just like mountain ranges surrounding it. So enough water gets there, dude, that's gonna be a lake.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That'd just be fucking gnarly, dude. I don't know though, because like the way it's being like seen is just like it looks like. Global warming might be the thing that does it, and if global warming is the thing that does it, I want to know if it's going to be like. So if all the ice caps start to melt, is it going to cause major flooding, or is it just going to cause like the waters to rise a bit, and then after there's no ice left, is the water just going to slowly start drying up because we're losing all this fucking atmosphere and protection, and the sun's just starting to become more powerful?
Well,
I don't know if that's right.
Things shut down if martial law goes into effect, so like that wouldn't be.
Yeah, but what if it's already too late?
Yeah, okay, I understand.
And we're still like the years to come are just like worse because it's like we say so pretty much before martial law goes into play.
It's like just
there's that final straw, like something happens, like
it's not going to come back.
Like some crazy natural disaster happens, and it's a direct result of something that it's like a man-made natural disaster for them. Like even though that's a contradiction, it's like. These men caused this natural disaster to happen. So I think after like this one crazy point, we might be too far gone, and that's we're gonna start trying to save a lot harder, and that's when the government's gonna intervene really hard. But it might just be too late, and then
a lot of people are gonna die, no matter what. If martial law goes into effect. It's not going to go by the same system. A lot of people are going to die, rich or poor, sick, healthy.
I would much rather be in like a smaller place like this area than like be in like an overpopulated city like in Tokyo or something. Can you imagine that? Imagine how much it would suck to be there. Like there's thousands of fucking people.
People would be tearing each other apart.
Exactly, and the government's already pretty fucking strict over there. I guess.
Over here, you would just have to make sure it wouldn't go through like this kind of like this bad dictatorship.
Yeah,
people living together, people like ended up like murdering each other for supplies.
Well, the government would. I think the government would just start to show a darker side because it'd be like you need to live by this government, but a lot of people would be like trying against it, and all those people that probably start these riots and trying to revolt are going to get blasted down because that's just the government showing that they're not fucking playing around. Yeah. And that's
then, some of the government's just going to revolt against even the government,
and that is going to cause them fucking. And that right there is just going to cause people to not trust the fucking government at that point. And that's when you're going to see, and that's when it's going to feel like a dictatorship.
Well, it's not going to be dictatorship in any way, I don't think. I think it's going to literally go through like territory.
Like we're going to get busted territories?
Yeah. Like people are going to have territories and you don't go through that territory because you know who owns that territory,
So what, like states just become more like
territories. There's no one leader because,
so like there's the West and
Yeah.
then there's the East.
yeah.
And then you've got like the North,
Yeah.
and some of the South.
And you have people like just have territory,
Yeah, I feel you.
But,
But, that's just...
Bill, it could go anyway, but I don't think if martial law does come into effect, I don't think the government would like hold much long because
Yeah.
people would fight against it, and the government wouldn't want that, so they'd just be
Exactly.
killing people.
Exactly. They'd be... Like I said, they'd be sliding the people that are trying to revolt. And then that right there will cause distrust and make people feel uneasy about their government now.
It'd be bad.
Be like, well, and then it's like that fucking thing. It's like, well, there's going to be that argument. Well, they shouldn't have been revolting. They should have just listened to the government. Be like, well, they were just trying to fucking get some water or just try and be free and fucking live on their own because no one's really living healthy on this fucking government lifestyle right here.
They're probably, trying to take what you have and saying split it for the better cause.
Exactly.
When only the people you've been around doing this cause for are the only ones that should probably be benefiting.
And then they're gonna reinstate that old British law where you're gonna have to let
redcoats.
You have to let a soldier stay in your home if he comes to your door.
Ew, that's disgusting.
Imagine that. Wouldn't you want to just like kill him? Be like,
yeah, dude.
Fuck you stupid Brit.
I got my big knife.
I'm Mel Gibson.
I got my.
This is the Patriot.
Someone told me that Mel Gibson's a fucking. This is the
Genius.
Patriot. He's a Holocaust denier.
I don't fucking know that.
Yeah, right.
I know that like he had those problems with.
Yeah.
Some
anti-Semitism.
He had some anti-Semitic remarks, but
Semitism.
I don't know. I don't know if he does. That's strange because I'm sure he believes in Jesus.
Yeah.
Doesn't he know that Jesus was a fucking Jew?
Yeah. Right. That's what.
I mean, that sounded pretty dirty that I said that like the way I did by a fucking Jew. But I have nothing against the Jews.
Jesus was black.
I hate all religions equally, and I like all religions. No, I don't. I like certain parts of certain religions, but for the most part, I don't really care for any religion.
Religion was a good idea. It was a good idea
first, but now
it's a terrible idea.
Now there's no point in. Well, I guess there will always be a point for someone in religion, because there's hope for the people that don't know about the unknown.
Yeah.
But I think that we still hold it in too high of a power and too high of a view. Like, we need to be focusing instead of on like these religious identities and religious views, that we've stopped like scientific progression and like things that could better humanity.
Listen to me. I used to be. I once did an altar boy. One time I messed it up and ran out the church because I didn't know what the hell I was doing.
Did you get scared? Did
I
you
got
have the
scared.
fear of God?
Yes, I got the fear of God because I felt like I was disrespecting him. So I cried on the porch, and then
and then the priest came.
Hey, that's a good way to get out of church.
Then the priest,
Dude, it gave me anxiety.
The priest came up to you, and he was just like, "There, my child."
Oh my God!
It's all right. And he rested his hand ever so gently on the back of your neck.
Dude, I never let my priest touch me like that.
And then he ran his hand down your spine, and he said, "Shh, but it is for the way that God
Oh
wanted."
my God, that's scary. Oh my God. Dude, you took me back to the Renaissance.
I thought that's when you went to church. At the Renaissance Festival.
Oh my God.
You said something about an altar.
Is there a priest character at the Renaissance Festival?
I would imagine because, dude, back in the day, you straight up, if you were found not at church on Sundays, you would get killed. They would fucking kill you.
Where were you at church? Burning the cross.
You heathen. You know what I think is so...
Someone turns into a bat.
Dracula?
No, it's not Dracula. It's Batwoman.
Why did it have to be
a very misunderstood superhero that they think is a demon in the medieval times? Yeah.
Fucking A.
I stopped Jack the Ripper. The reason why they didn't find Jack the Ripper?
He's a time traveler.
Because I heard that.
That dude is fucking crazy, dude.
It's like Bigfoot.
Bigfoot's a time traveler too?
He's not just a time traveler. He's an interdimensional being. So he can teleport.
Like through dimensions?
Yeah, and that's why he's super fast and stuff.
So what is he like through like the? So he's from a different universe. Then,
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
So you think Bigfoot's from a different?
No,
universe?
I don't think so. Ancient alien theorists believe. No, not even
Imagine
that.
alien theorists.
Some conspirators for Bigfoot, and good for them, honestly. I wish I could be a Bigfoot believer, but I don't believe in Bigfoot.
You don't believe in Bigfoot? What
Dude,
about the Yeti?
I believe in Jesus for some reason, but I don't believe in Bigfoot.
Well, Jesus,
I believe there's dragons.
Jesus was a person.
I think there's dragons.
I believe Jesus was a person. I don't know if he was the son of God.
No, I believe he was a person.
But you don't believe in fucking...
The Bigfoot?
You don't believe in Bigfoot
No.
or the Yeti?
Dude, the Yeti?
The Yeti and Bigfoot could be a... It's just like...
But what if you saw Bigfoot?
I would think it would be from the primate family, but like it's like I think it would be like some weird cross of like primate and bear.
Well, okay, so what if you make Bigfoot?
If I saw
Do you
Bigfoot,
think it's like... So if you see Bigfoot, you think it's a miracle then?
if I see Bigfoot, I
Yeah.
think I'm scared as fuck.
Yeah.
Because
You think
and what if he was just like, what if Bigfoot was telepathic and he was an interdimensional being? So you do run across Bigfoot, but he
Okay.
freezes you, and then he just reveals a secret to you that you can't. He's like he's like you'll tell people, but they won't believe you.
Oh, Bigfoot, you sneaky devil.
You sneaky big-footed,
You silver-tongued fox, Bigfoot.
you silver-haired Bigfoot.
Oh, that's a Yeti.
Oh no, that's a Yeti.
Bigfoot's cousin, Big Yeti.
A big Yeti. They'd be like, "Hey Yeti, you know they have like ice coolers named after you." He's like, "I'm not getting any of the cut from that." But you don't believe in. Dang, we were going somewhere else. We said some other conspiracy too. We said
Dude.
Bigfoot and what was it?
The 2 UFOs hit the World Trade.
Shut the fuck up.
I know. That's sad.
That is sad
I know.
that you would think that.
I didn't think it.
Why would you say that?
Because it's a conspiracy.
No, we were going the Jack the Ripper conspiracy. So I remember like I think it was my sophomore year. It was either it was my junior year, I believe. During homeroom, I was in this teacher's class. No, it was my sophomore year, and he had like it wasn't a book, but it was literally just like printed out pages of like internet articles in this bound book. In like this little bound folder about Jack the Ripper. So I just like remember I would go sit in his homeroom class and I'd just read it. Because I was very interested about that stuff. Because it's just like, that's such an interesting mystery. You don't think that? Jack the Ripper?
I don't use the F word in a very disrespectful way that some may accuse the F word of being.
So what do you mean when you say it to me?
I mean...
What are you calling me?
You're ugly and stupid. Fag.
So you're saying, I'm not even...
Words can mean different things.
Yeah, but
Who are you, a dictionary?
Let's fucking look it up in the
Oh,
dictionary
yes.
right
You
now.
know what it's going to say? It's going to say all the things that like people associate it with. I'm not associating with that.
So you're using
ugly.
a word wrong. Fag.
No, you can use a word in any way.
Fag, a string of unwelcome tasks. It's too much of a fag.
See, why does it have different
drive
meanings?
all the
But when
way
I say it's
there and
ugly and
back
stupid,
again.
you have a problem.
Well, let's see if you might.
Now you're saying it's wrong? I think you're wrong,
You
sir.
still might be able to use it
think
in a
you're
right
wrong.
way. Let's look
Okay.
at these definitions.
Okay.
Let's read these definitions.
I want to go to a good college.
Yeah, this is going to be held against you in the future. When people are going to throw you down whenever you have money, and they're going to be like, "Oh, did you hear what he said in this episode back in the day? Whenever he said that about that, he hates gay people."
Oh my God, I don't want that.
Yeah, people are going to do that because people do that nowadays.
That's
They
sad.
dig through people's past about shit they said way back in the day, and some shit, some people change their ideals.
Like Charlie Chaplin.
Okay, so let's go through these dictionaries. Okay, fag. In singular, informal, chiefly British. A tring or unwelcome task. It's too much of a fag to drive all the way there and back again. That's a British. That's mostly British.
That sounds stupid.
Not so much American.
Yeah. See, maybe I knew that.
Let's hear. Okay,
subconsciously.
So a junior private at school who works and runs errands for a senior pupil. Like Nick's my fag because he runs errands for me, and I'm a grade above him. So yeah, you're my fag, and you're like it's too much of a fag to go.
You know what? Let's stop it, okay?
Okay, well let's finish reading.
You know what?
Let's finish reading the definition of
a
fag.
pile of sticks.
No,
a pile of sticks.
Where is that?
Nathaniel Lopez is a pile of sticks.
Let's figure it out.
Twigs and all. Twigs and all.
Okay.
Jesus, come into my
The second
home.
definition of fag
Jesus,
is a noun. North American.
Come sleep in my
informal,
couch.
offensive. A male
Jesus,
homosexual.
You can
so
do
it has
whatever
to be a
you
male.
want in my house.
So
Jesus, remember the flesh
here's
when
a
you use the
hypothetical for
bathroom. Jesus, who's that? Your parents. Oh, Jesus, you didn't tell me that your parents
and then
were
the third
coming.
definition. Noun, British, informal, a cigarette.
Is the worst roommate. Jesus always drinks wine. Jesus eats all the bread. Jesus. But he makes the place safe because he's Jesus. Holy light, holy light. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus.
All right, you've been blessed by Nick and the Jesus Ramblers.
Nick and the Jesus Ramblers. Jesus.
Yeah, they're playing
Jesus
they're
Christ.
playing a special set
Christ.
after
Jesus fucking Christ. He was
this
crucified
episode
on the cross.
at this
Then he
saloon.
died. Poked him with the stick. Had to make sure he was dead. Died for your sins. Jesus.
All right, that's Nick and the Jesus Ramblers.
Jesus and Jesus.
Yeah, they're playing a secret set after this episode at this saloon.
It filled in front of a live studio audience. We still built the box around him, so that's why you still can't hear him.
Yeah.
Yes, we do not just welcome applause onto our show. It's like
distracting and disrespectful because some people talk and I hate it.
You know, there's Martin Luther King's speech.
Luther King?
Martin Luther King Jr. Martin Luther King. Martin, you know, MLKJ. JR.
Token. MLKLJR
You think anyone
token.
called him Junior?
Probably his dad, maybe.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can understand.
Did you ever watch that cartoon that was
I don't know why his best friend would call him Junior.
Did you ever watch that cartoon in elementary school?
Why don't they talk about his best friend? Who was JFK's best friend? But where are you gonna go?
I was gonna say, did you ever watch that cartoon back in elementary school during Martin Luther King time? I think it was Black History Month, back in elementary. It was just this black kid in the future gets sent to the past.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah, that one was crazy, huh? But it was weird because it was very shitty animation.
Yeah, and
I
remember the Anne Frank one too.
Oh, I never watched the Anne Frank one.
And then, are you sure it was a black kid? Yeah.
Or
wasn't there? Dude, there were some crazy ones.
Or was he Mexican?
I think there was one where a kid he was a slave. No, that's a Nazi Journey one. They thought he was a Jew, so they started beating him up.
It sounds like a Twilight Zone
dude,
episode.
It was crazy, dude. It's nuts.
Because there's this Twilight Zone episode where they're...
maybe it was Twilight
Zone. So it's this racist guy. He's at a bar. Mm-hmm. And then he, opens this door. I think he's drunk. He's, walking home. And then it turns out he's in fucking... he's in Nazi-occupied Germany. And the SS think he's a Jew. So he like starts getting chased and stuff, and then he like gets away, and then he ends up like back in the past, being chased like by the Klan, and then I think that's how he dies. I don't know, but it's just like he starts like it's a racist man, but then he gets put
Killed?
through racism
And
himself.
gets killed.
I think so. I think they hang him.
Whoa, that's scary.
I don't remember how it ends.
That's
I
very
think
scary.
he either gets shot or hung.
That's very scary.
Yeah,
It sounds like a very real fucking
dude,
scene, dude.
Twilight Zone was fucking.
Who wrote that
I
story?
think that was a Rod Serling one because
Really?
Yeah, I think they did it in the well maybe because I know that one. I think that one's in the Twilight Zone movie, so I'm not sure.
Did you ever watch that? Is it
I
good?
have
was
it.
was there a terrible accident that happened on it?
I don't know if it was the Twilight Zone movie. I know that on one of the Twilight Zone sets, a helicopter crashed and killed someone.
Oh.
There's been a couple, but could you imagine that though? Like being a director on a set and like you're like
Something
someone
like that.
dies,
It
but
must
you
be
just like gotta keep making movies. Like
it must be like
fuck.
very off-putting.
yeah, and then you hear like stories about like how many animals they used to like shoot this movie, as that animal was one character. It's like that's fucked up. I don't like that shit. It's like yeah. Turns out like 4 of the dogs died during this scene.
Oh my god.
It'd be like, why? Because they really wanted to get this dog like swimming across this thing. And I guess some of these dogs just couldn't make it. It's pretty fucked up, don't you think? 4 dogs died on that set.
Oh my god, you're so right. That's scary, dude.
It's fucked up. Don't you think at one point you're just like, well, hopefully this one gets
That's
it.
why they don't trip
It's, like,
fucking
fucked up.
horses anymore.
Good.
Because they were just fucking dying.
Really?
Yeah.
In
You know, old
movies?
westerns? Yeah, they're actually tripping horses. They used to do that.
Oh, so that's how they brought them down?
Yeah.
They didn't train them to just like fall?
No. I don't think you can train
A horse to do that?
fall, yeah.
How the fuck is it done nowadays?
It's literally,
CGI
yeah,
or
CGI.
what?
Literally CGI.
That sucks.
You know, they'll have you
talk about
right. You know, they'll have you
unpractical
on a horse, but as soon as that's, they'll probably make something where it looks like you fall with the horse.
Yeah. Just like
Perfect
Yeah.
imaging.
well, nowadays, like,
Nothing wrong with it.
yeah, nowadays some
Very safe.
well, like, have you seen that trailer for that Will Smith movie where it's like I think it's called Gemini Man, and it's about like a clone of him, a younger clone of him is going after an older version of himself.
Holy shit.
But like, there's a scene where he's riding a motorcycle in the street, and then this guy's riding a motorcycle on the top of a building, and then like he jumps off, and after him, I was just like, that looks like terrible CGI. But hey, I like Will Smith. You gonna wrap it up?
Wrap it up.
All right, that's all we got for today. Let the Freaks Speak is filmed in front of a live studio audience.
saloon audience.
It was a saloon audience today. We were very special. Nick's gonna go play a set with Nick and the Jesus Ramblers. For more information, follow us on Instagram at 85631. That's at 85SIX31. You can find 85631 Productions on Facebook and YouTube. You can listen to this podcast anywhere, and if you're listening to it, you already know that. All right. Fucking let the freaks speak. We're done. Have a good one.
Goodbye, everyone.
Peace out. We'll see you next week.